But really it was about trying to make the most of the changes that were coming about from the Health and Social Care Act 2012. This Act is basically rebuilding the whole of the commissioning architecture with the aim that commissioning should drive the NHS. We felt that if commissioning was going to drive the NHS, if we could help empower and support commissioners in helping to drive research from their providers, this could make a real step change in the recruitment of patients into studies. In particular, we felt that it was important to address the new NE qualified providers that are being encouraged to get into the market. NE qualified providers, unlike perhaps some of the more traditional providers, won't necessarily have a history of contributing to research and recruiting patients. And we felt that if services are commissioned from these new providers, we don't want patients to miss out from having the opportunity to take part in studies. Well, first of all, the main thing really was to ensure that we devised some wording that could be incorporated into new commissioning contracts and service specifications. Wording that basically requires providers to have processes in place to facilitate the recruitment of patients into studies, and some practical ways how they might do that. So that's the fundamental aim. We wanted to see if we could get at least one commissioner to write a service spec with that included in it. And also we wanted to engage at a senior level, at a national level, with the Department of Health and the NHS Commissioning Board. Well, we did the wording, and luckily one of the CCGs, Bristol CCG, has incorporated quite a lot of wording around an expectation that their providers do research in their new service specification for dementia services. And I believe it's probably the first one of its kind to include specific things around research and key performance indicators around research. So that's a major step forward in one local level. Nationally, we've been successful in gaining the support of the Department of Health R&D senior management team. And in particular, we're starting to develop some relations with the two directors from the NHS Commissioning Board who have responsibility for delivering research through the NHS Commissioning Board. And we've got a view to organising a workshop perhaps in May or June that can raise this issue and help promote it. Finally, and most recently, we had some questions raised by Lord Willis in the House of Commons parliamentary questions, and this probably came about from an all-party parliamentary group that was arranged to discuss medical research, and the issue around the role of commissioners, the potential role of commissioners, was raised then, and seems to have led to some parliamentary questions, which is really good news at the high level. We've done well at the local level and we're gaining some support nationally, but really our big aim probably is to get this wording in the standard NHS contracts, so that any new contracts that are issued by commissioners across the country should include some wording around research and recruitment. That's the fundamental aim that we're really going to try and achieve over the next 6 to 8 months.